In this video I show you how I make some interactive elements like this pocket for my Thailand Scrapbook album, or how I use this big leaflet that I got to make a collage in the background to make it a little bit more fun. I also show you like little pockets like this one that I repurposed to hold my journaling in the back of this tag, and some other travel memorabilia like these 2 tickets to a temple and a coin museum. And I also have this envelope, for example, which not only holds travel memorabilia like business cards, but also additional photos. So this is gonna be part of this video. Hello everyone, this is Stephanie from Little Steffi Big World, and this is the 3rd part of my processing this Thailand Scrapbook album. So I showed you in the first 2 parts how I started making 7 layouts in a really small scrapbook, and then I took everything out because I wanted to make it bigger. So I make new layouts out of these 7 layouts, and I'm using these pocket pages here, but I also make some interactive elements nonetheless, like this clip where I can take out the ticket because it has some more information on the back, or like this big leaflet which originally in the small scrapbook was in behind a little picture. And also I can write on the postcard, so I have some more creative journaling spots here. So this is a map of the Sukhothai Historical Park where we spent New Year's Eve of 2016. Now I have this pocket which I use in the smaller scrapbook in behind a picture to put in the leaflet. Now I want to put these tickets there, but the pocket is too big, so I'm taking it apart and then folding it back together so it makes a smaller pocket. So I'm reusing all the paper here, so I'm not wasting any of it, and so I'm basically using scraps, you know. I'm using some glue to just glue it together so it's the perfect size for what I need. I have 4 different tickets of the Sukhothai Historical Park because it was my husband and me going there, and for every part of the historical park you need an additional ticket. So I'm using my scraps now because this page was one of the last ones that I did, and so I'm just going through the bigger pieces first to lay out the background. And at first I was thinking I shouldn't cover the holes, but then I thought no, that's not gonna look good. So I'm covering everything, gonna make the holes to put in the album later on. So I'm fast forwarding this just a little bit until I decided which papers I wanted to have for the background, and then I'm going from the biggest scraps to the smaller ones. I wanted to have a journaling spot. I didn't have a picture dedicated for this page because I didn't know I would be having some paper left, some space left to do an additional page. This is why this is one of the last pages I did, like my second to last page. So I'm just using some more scraps here and there, deciding which washi tapes I want to use because I have tons of washi tape, and washi tape really is so decorative. You can use it in so many different ways. And yeah, so I'm just marking now the paper to cut it down to the right size. But this is really not necessary because it's just a tiny little bit too big. I could have just glued it down, and then I could have just cut off the excess. It would have been probably a lot easier. Well, it doesn't matter now. So I'm just trying to figure out where exactly that journaling spot should go. So I'm just saying, okay, where do I want to put the pockets, and if I put the tickets in, how high up is gonna the tickets go. And then I'm deciding, nah, I want to have some more scraps. I need more color on this page. So I'm just going through the smaller scraps again, what paper I want to use on top of the pocket, because I don't like the color. It's not matching with the background now. So I like this green one, so I'm cutting this to size and I'm corner punching it just for a little bit of interest, just for fun. I just thought it would be nice, and the background would still come through a little bit. It would be a little bit more framing, and that's also where the title of the whole page would go. So now I'm fairly happy with everything, where it goes. So I'm just starting to glue it down with my glue sticks. I have chosen a few more scraps for the bottom, and then I've also put washi tape at the top and around the journaling spot. Now I'm stamping the day and the date of when we visited there, and this is the little book that I took with me to Thailand. So this is my travel journal, which is not really fancy. It just states what we did and how much we spent. And I'm using fine liners. I do have a rainbow color collection, but I always tend to use the black one. I don't know. So I really struggle with journaling. So having a page with no pictures but a lot of space for journaling, it's a bit hard, but you remember things. You remember when you see the tickets and the card and everything. So there's some stuff I could write down, and my handwriting is not the nicest, so I want to distract from my journaling by putting a few more things around it, like these word stickers, which I've used throughout the scrapbook album. So it's really nice. It's just some little word of interest here and there. So I'm deciding to put this in behind the ticket, so if you take out the ticket, there's a surprise element behind it. How fun is that? So I'm nearly finished, so I'm just using my hole enforcer punch from Via Memory Keepers and some more scraps to punch out these hole enforcers. So that's gonna go on the holes, so it's just gonna be a little bit stronger, and it actually looks a little bit nicer. With this punch, I can have the hole enforcers in the color that I want, and I don't have to buy a bunch of one color and then just using 3 of it, and then I don't know what to do with the rest. So that's really good. So that's gonna go into my album. So you see it's pretty full now. There's just the journaling left. So this goes here in behind another map of the historical park, and here are 2 pictures of the temples that we visited. Now there's just one more element left, which is this big handout that we got when we visited the Black House in Chiang Mai on a tour. And because this album is big enough to hold this big handout, I decided I wanted to use some more of the scraps on the back of it, and then I'm gonna put some more of the washi tape. So I'm gonna be actually using up all of my washi tape on the back of this. So I'm just fast forwarding this video so you can see it's just so much fun. It's so much fun doing a wild collage. I use so much scraps on it. I'm just going wild there, starting with the big ones again, then going to the smaller ones, and then going to the really small ones in the back, and then just using washi tape wherever. So I'm just not showing you how I'm gluing everything down. So here I'm just showing you the finished product. I'm just showing you how it looks when it's finished. So it's in the album, but you can fold it up so you see this massive artwork, and then in the back you see my artwork of scraps in a scrapbook. How fitting. Now the very last thing I do before I do the cover or the title page in this case is the journaling, because I really struggle with the journaling. So I normally leave it to the very end. And I have some dedicated journaling spots in my layout, so I can date stamp it and then write about it using my travel journal. So that helps me to remember, okay, what should I put in there. Now I put actually 2 days on this first layout because we flew from Germany to China, had a long stopover there before we could fly on to Thailand. So the first part is about that first day, and then on the bottom I'm gonna date stamp the next day where I'm going to be writing about how we are flying on. So there are different spots here and there on my layout. So here I had a whole, like almost whole page for the layout. Here on this second layout, I left a little bit of space there on the left on behind or below the title for the journaling. But as I showed you in the beginning, I have some other journaling spots, like in this envelope together with some travel memorabilia and additional pictures. Like this is the train ticket that we got, so I just made a tag and some journaling there. And I reused this bag which we got when we bought a magnet. So I made a tag with some journaling behind there, and I just went crazy with the embellishments so to distract from my journaling again. So I hope you enjoyed this. So this is the last part. Next week I'm going to show you the complete album. You see it here. I'm going to show you everything from the beginning to the end. So subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and the whole series, and look forward to my flip through next week. Take care. Goodbye.